your audio thing and all the rest of it. Right, welcome to Silverstone for the first round of GT4 Intercontinental. Hopefully we'll have a full grid here. We've got a few people missing at the moment, but looking forward to here that we don't know an awful lot about yet. So should be a great race, and we've got JDB here with us in the comm spots again. Evening, mate.
Evening, and yeah, I expect a great race.
It's a nice track to start. It's quite. Have you shared your audio? Is that all good?
Shared my audio, yes.
Lovely.
So that should be all good.
Well, tactical pause at the stream at some point. I've got a bit of an echo, by the way. I don't know if that's anything to do with our mics.
Sure, if anyone in the chat will tell me if the audio's okay.
I've just got a bit of an echo coming back to me. Got quali starting on their out laps. Long old out lap here. People are trying to position themselves. Car number 48 there.
I'm expecting a solid some pace over. Obviously played in his hand, I think, a bit. I do think, though, we might not see the best of him. Our track, I think.
I think we'll go on.
Power track comment probably take Nico and the powerful car on track at 4.
I'm here, quite close behind as well, so.
Keeps us tidy. For me, this is the most difficult corner.
You've got to link it up here as well, haven't you?
Is it Stevo leading the way for the first pole setting lap?
I think Simon's going to be a similar time because he's hassling, isn't he?
And we got a load be impressive if you could get
Be a great lap time.
real high up there.
Yeah. You can overtake here, so it's not all about being on pole.
Yeah.
12-7. Interesting. 1-2 from Lico. If we got one over the line.
Max into the 10s, 10-7. On what effectively be okay tyres, I think.
Yeah, I'm on board with Morden Cope here, who's up to third, but yeah, Max is a long way ahead there at the moment. I think Morden Cope's got one. He might be a quiet some podiums this season.
He took the win at the practice. Max.
Yeah,
He has looked pretty quick.
He's been practicing quite a bit, hasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Coates got a little bit held up there. Someone getting it a bit wrong there, but they got off the track nicely. Just going to switch to Rebellion, who's about to come over the line, because we've seen that he's quite quick from the Brands Hatch hot stint. He won that. His lap time is half a second off pole. Very nice.
Yeah. And my favourite cars. If you could win just by livery.
The Merc.
This team makes Merc.
Ah, yes.
I think it look great.
I believe they're called Revolution Sim Sports. And it's Rebellion and Stardog Barkler, who's the new guy here.
That is yeah. Yes. Not sure it's Stardog, new guy. Not sure what to expect from him. I think he just hopes going down the Discord chat just to
Have a nice clean race.
clean it. Yeah. Nothing crazy. Just get this one over and done with.
You'll learn a lot doing just one race. There's not many people really do the GT4s to the level of the GT3 in leagues and things.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't have done it had I not been involved with this. But when you then do it, you appreciate how close it is. GT3s can get a bit strung out. You find when you race GT4, there's usually always somebody to have a race with.
Yeah. So we've got Mad AD87 here, another new driver, about to cross the line, come around the last corner, left field. He's teamed up with Special K, I think. Decent little team.
Just see Neil B's put in the chat, sound's not great.
Okay. Is that the audio for commentary or is it the game audio? It may be because we're on board and it's louder, so if Neil can just give us a more detailed message maybe. Because I did hear echo. Okay. Is it the echo or is it the loudness of our voices? Okay, I'm going to pause the stream.
I'm not. You want to just pause the stream, see if we can resolve that?
So
it was me
hopefully
crackling, which is a bit of a nightmare.
If you are in the pit still, if anyone else is watching, then you could let us know. That'd be great.
Hopefully the pause and resume works, so Neil
Just
let me
noticed
know.
Gowney has popped into third there as we were sorting that out.
Oh,
It's quite close at the top there.
yeah, absolutely. High off the paint fumes as well. It's exactly the same timing as Special K. I'm really dominated by Porsches here.
Syme.
Syme.
It's on pole position. Provisional at the moment. Hell of a lap.
Yeah, just really
Jack Attacker's cut in his foot into the server, which is good. Although, I'm quite sure what's going on. I just switch off him because he was hugging out in the sand pit for me there.
So sounds good, Neil says, crackling issues, but I guess if anyone feels those crackling issues again, let us know and we just have to do the pause and resume scenario.
Is there anyone else in the chat, or is it just Neil?
It's just Neil so far. I wonder if we're going to see Neil with a quali lapping. Crazy if he doesn't. Top 10, back to race.
Fortunately, we're not going to see the delights of Luke's Maserati because he's just put a post on Discord. He's got a family emergency, so he's had to dip out of the race, and he'll catch up on the stream later. So it's a shame. Looking forward to seeing
that is
Italian
a shame,
beast out there.
Yeah, there was 100% going to be comedy moments as he wrestles that on cold tyres or in a crowded track. But next week, we'll see him next week.
Sorry if I'm not switching camera as much. I'm just looking on Discord as well to see if anyone's struggling. So I noticed we've got a few people missing. So if anyone's struggling still, but it looks like this might be it now. 23 drivers, which is a decent turnout, but we had 28 signed in or checked in. So Lukey's had to go, but there's 3 or 4 of us. We're not sure what's happened there, but I'm sure we will.
Yep.
In due course.
I guess that serves as an advert as well for anyone that watches the stream and listens in that wants to get involved. Reserve spaces probably get you on track more often than not.
There's always a pathway to a seat if you want it.
Exactly, yeah. Very well said. Very corporate PR of you there.
Right, I'm just wondering what to watch here. Who's going around? Who have we got coming up to the line? 741. 741. Stardog Bark, let's have a look at him. He's in the last spot at the minute on with in terms of lap times put in. But he's coming around the last corner now. A little bit wide. Get back on the racing line and see if he can improve his lap time.
We'll just keep an eye on Max Foster's.
Yeah, go ahead.
As well, just I can see how.
Well, improvement to improvement. He found a 10th there, so.
It's an improvement. Yeah. Every little helps. It's a plug for a sponsor.
Like I say.
Here comes Max. Now, I don't know whether he's heating the tyres up or this is a quick one, but he was fairly pushing it along there. He doesn't go any quicker, but he's working the car.
Look at Shug, as I notice he's coming. Oh, he's just pulled over. Okay.
The other one is Super Gas.
350 Super Gas.
Always had the potential to be quick, but just sneaking into 5th, just 4 tenths off.
Yeah, it's very Porsche heavy at the top there, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it seems to be.
Well, McNoza I was expecting to be pushing these guys, to be honest with you, but he's quite a bit off at the moment. But I'm sure he's probably not raced GT4 for a little while, I imagine, but we know he's a very quick driver.
Max is just watching that there. Max had just pushed that too wide. I would imagine that's that lap gone for him. Just can anyone find a bit time? Just
Oh, the track will, I think it will keep improving. So you want to be out there at the end, really. I haven't seen much of Le Mans, so we'll look at 187. He's in the Porsche that seems to be going quite nicely today.
Just watching Special K. He's going to go for a quick one here. He was warming the tyres up down the back straight there. The Porsche just looks very settled here. You just see it turn in really nice.
Yeah, I wonder if it's not going to be quite as strong in the race. I think people have said it's, once you fuel it up, it's not quite as
Right, okay, so
wonderful. So we'll see on that one. I'm sure some of these top guys can control it, but I think it can get loose on you if you're not, and you can lose it
this
kind of out of nowhere.
coming through the first sector there, just watching Special K, and the way it changes direction is unbelievable. Without the back
Yeah, I'm
end.
just watching Gowney come around the last corner. Struggling to get the throttle down there. He smashed it eventually. Is he going to improve it? I don't think he is. No. Gowney and Special K are complete exactly the same time.
Yeah. When I looked through the field, I'll be honest, and I thought Simon will be there or thereabouts. I didn't expect him to be top of the charts with 3 and a bit minutes to go. I don't know where that's come from. He's obviously been putting the time in the off-season.
I think he said he didn't get a chance to practice, didn't he say yesterday? So
I think there was a bit of gamesmanship in the chat earlier. Everyone seemed to be sort of verbally sandbagging or playing down their chances. And Stevel was out. Stevel was out with 90
very
litres.
professional, isn't it? That's what they do.
Yeah. Stevel was claiming he had 90 litres and tyres that were 40 laps old when he was out.
I'm not sure I believe that, because you're not going to have 90 litres in the car, so it's not exactly relevant testing, is it?
Yeah, exactly. I just think he was there. I think he was just struggling a bit with being overtaken by the BMW.
Got overtaken by comps. It's like an F1 driver getting overtaken by Brundle when he comes out of retirement for a little demo.
Whilst I was passing him, I did think that is exactly what it's like. It's like an old driver goes out in a car that used to be good, and all of a sudden is beating the young whippersnappers.
Yeah. I think we better say no more about that, as we might upset him.
Well, he can take it. And Rebellion just goes third there.
Nice. Good 3 different cars in the top 3. 2 tenths apart.
When I was thinking about the car, I didn't expect Porsche to be this strong. I'd seen a lot of them on getting...
Because a lot of them though, isn't it? You've got to say it's probably the most popular car on the grid. It's 7 of them.
Yeah. It went from 0 to hero with that car. I expected more Ginettas, I think.
Yeah, and I thought Gowney was going to go BMW potentially, but he's ended up in the Porsche.
Do we have any? Who do we have? Unique-wise cars. We've got Shugger and Alpine. We've got Rico in the Chevy.
Yeah, Lico in the Chevy.
And then
Steve is awake.
in his Ginetta, and Jack Attack in the BMW.
We also have Lukey's Maserati, so we're not going to get to see, but we'll be back.
In the chat, we've got Dib and Mad Addy. I'm just going to call him
Mad AD is racing, isn't it?
I'm just going to call him Addy from now on.
I think Mad is the team, so it's going to be AD.
AD is his name. We'll go with that then.
Yeah.
So that's done for Simon and Max Foster. They pitted,
Top two are in the pits. And Rebellion, Special K, Gowney, Super Gas, do anything to change that. We'll look at Shug because he's on a lap, we haven't seen him yet. And his Alpine.
I think that might prove to be a good choice over the season in the Alpine.
Yeah, I think so. It's a great car. I'm surprised there's anyone in it.
Yeah, and I thought the Janetta might also be popular just for a good pick just for a broad array of tracks. But it doesn't particularly suit this, I don't think, but people have obviously opted for Porsche.
Curb there for the old little Alpine. Don't know if it can handle those sausage curbs.
Just watching. Rico. Rico's just decided enough is enough.
Shug's next over the line. Then we've got Rebellion, Special K, car 78. 78.
That's Jack Attack. Going to put his first lap in, so this will be interesting. Do we have anyone on controller as opposed to wheel?
I think we do. Can't remember who though. One of the new guys is on controller. That's Shug's in the pits. Let's see what Jack Attack. We've got Graham 1952, so I'm not quite sure who that is. He's just joined, he's got in for the race.
Well, he's in, yeah. So.
Jack Attack, that's not a bad time, is it? First lap. Pressure.
Yeah, that is a pressure lap, yeah. Just going out and doing a lap. That's...
Special K, Rebellion didn't improve. Gowney is in the pits too. Who's out there?
Neil B's just
21,
popping a lap in. Doesn't go quicker. And then we have McNoser. Expected to go quicker, surely.
He could go up a few spots. He's gone up two, I believe.
Two, yeah.
There you go, that's our grid. Very strong top 10.
Yes. Yeah, and what's a second separating top 10?
Yeah.
And I actually think all the way down to about 14th is still a pretty strong lap time.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to race at that pace, then you're going to get a haul of points, I think.
Just trying to work out who Graham 1952 is. No idea. Anyway, he's in the race. He's not using his gamer tag on Discord anyway, and he must be new.
Well, yeah. Well, he's in anyway, and just going to chat. Yeah, right, County and Gib. Yeah, great to be back. Great to have new guys.
Leave, rejoin, so I can get the overhead views.
All right, okay.
I was using the onboards there in quali, but you can't switch back because spec mode's kind of still brokenish.
So our top 10 is Syme, Max Foster, Rebellion, Special K, Gowney, Supergas, Shug, Littlemon, Viper, and McNoser. That's a strong top 10.
No, it's very
Experienced as well, so I don't anticipate any madness from those guys into T1 on the first race of the season. And then still strong as we go behind there. Post, Lico, Stevel, more the coat, 15th. A little bit out of position, I would have thought there.
He might have had a Wi-Fi issue and he went out the server and rejoined. So.
And then some new guys, RMK, Jack Attack. See how these guys get on. The Tutorian 17th. Not sure what happened there. I'm going to guess he's maybe a little disappointed with that. Then we got Shark, Neil B, Foxes in 20th, Addy 21st, Toby Mick 22nd, FNX Crazy 23rd, Stardog Backler 24th, and Graham 1952 in 25th. But I don't think he set a time. So
no, he didn't.
big field.
Yeah, that should be a good race. Hopefully, it's not a big braking zone for turn 1 here, is it? So usually it's quite a decent one for starting a race, but there's other points in the lap where you can have little bottlenecks at the start.
T1 here usually results in a couple of guys pushing it out wide, big runoff area. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not a big braking zone, is it? It's a dab on the brakes and then turn in, isn't it? Especially from the line.
Yes, it is. Yeah, quick dab of the brakes, downshift, turn it in. Just looking at some of the liveries going by there. I've said before that I like the Revolution, what it comes, Sim Sport AMG cars. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think although I'll plug your livery design. I like the
Castrol.
I like the Castrol colours. Yeah, but it's it, Phil.
Yeah. So Gowney's in that, and also Poster's got green wheels.
And just to cover off the mandatory pit stop for tyres, no fuel. So these guys are all loaded with the fuel they need to complete the race, and it's down to them when they decide to pit. I would probably just be aiming at the 25-minute mark for me.
Yeah.
But
I think anywhere between 20 and 30 is fine, really.
It'll be interesting to get driver feedback after the race, just as to how tyres wear on each of the cars. I've got a feeling the big Chevy and the BMW, they tend to move about a bit. I think they might be a bit hard on the tyres. And I've heard it, but I've never tried it. I've heard people saying the Porsche can be a bit hard on the tyres.
Yeah, but it's not the longest stints in the world, so you do get a bit of graining maybe, but it's not going to get too bad. It shouldn't do anyway.
I think it's just
the livery looks like my old one that I used to run when we first started this league in the McLaren. Sorry, in the Aston.
I think the temptation with GT4 cars is to overdrive them. And then overdriving them just takes that bit out of the tyres, just as sliding across the track.
Yeah, so
Simon just
point for
leading them
fastest
right.
lap, so going to keep an eye on who has the purple lap during the race. That will show up on the leaderboard. An extra point for that one, whoever takes it, and there's a lot of contenders who could take it in this race.
Yes. I would ask you for a prediction of who could win this, but I genuinely I couldn't even guess this right now. This is probably the widest open I can ever think of a GT4 race being right now.
I think the old EuroLeague used to have some pretty strong contenders in it, didn't it? And a wide array of them. But yeah.
My experience before would be there had always been, or more recently, a couple of guys who were just 10% better than everyone else, and it was a race for third almost, because they weren't going to make mistakes. But I would think you could make a case for down to about 11th place winning this.
Right, we're approaching the start here. It's going to be a nervous wait for these guys as it's quite far down the pit lane that they start.
Yes, yeah. And first race for some guys.
Is it that second line there? I think it's the second one just before that shadow, isn't it?
Yes.
So here we go.
Green light. Go.
And we go. And we're off. If you keep an eye on the front, I'll just have a little look at what we've got
Max has gone around the outside. He's gone off track, but I think he's got first position there. I don't know what happened to Simon. I think he maybe took a bit too much curb. And he's under pressure.
And we're all clean so far, although whoever Graham... Oh, got contact. And we got...
Oh, Shug's off.
Stevel's off as well.
We're going to see, but you're going to have to do a recovery job. Just get the head down and do it.
It just looked like... it didn't look heavy for anyone. It looked more just the frustration of being spun out. Shug's the only one that's got... Looks like he's got a little bit damaged, so... Let's get the heads down.
Alpine getting bullied.
Yeah.
But car 69... What's car 69?
Is that Graham?
Oh, Graham. Why is he first?
I think it's just going to have to catch up. I think he pitted.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't pitted. Well, he hasn't done his mandatory pit stop anyway. So anyway,
and then we got
to the front.
So Max Foster is the lead. Then Syme, Rebellion, Special K, Supergas, Gowney, McNoser, Lico, Jack Attack up to 9th, and then RMK 10th. Just as we sort ourselves out after the start.
Yeah, Viper fell right to the back as well, didn't he? So there's going to be a few drivers coming through the field. Make it exciting for us in the comms box, but I'm sure they'll be a bit annoyed. But it's a long season. It evens out usually over a season. You like to think it does anyway.
Yeah. Viper seems a bit out of position as well. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but down in...
I think he must have got caught up in that as well, I'd imagine.
Down 17th, and he's kind of going by guys like they're static right now, making his way back through the field.
Yeah, there's a little split in the middle of the field, isn't there? So who's leading that second train? It's 78, is it?
So that'd be Jack Attack.
Yeah, he's leading that. There's a little gap then, 3 seconds to Lico.
Shug's putting a bit of pressure on Stevel here. Shug's went really wide, and both of them are putting pressure on Neil B now. I thought he might have went down the inside there.
Oh, Shug's gone way wide. Has he got... Oh, no. He's lost control. I don't know if he's got some damage that has caused that instability in the car there or not, but not looking like a good first round for Shug, unfortunately. Gaggle of cars here, Stevel's behind.
We've got Littlemon trying to put a move on Jack Attack for 9th place.
He's gone around the outside of Neil there. He's right behind Toby Matt. Oh, there's a... Getting very close there, but...
Very nice.
Shark in front. Nose, a little tap there. Project post. Little side to side, nothing really there. It's continued, but... Hard racing as Cone goes flying in the background.
That was great from all of the guys, really. I know there was a little rub in there, but
yeah,
reasonably clean. Stevel really aggressive at round the outside and then in the mixer. Great effort.
Yeah. Lico currently with the fastest lap. He's pressurising McNoser. If you spot any particular action, mate, just give me a shout, because there's going to be a lot going on here, I'd imagine.
Littlemon's just went round the outside of Jack Attack. I was just going to say, he looked like he was getting held up. He needed to do something.
He's still side by side, aren't they?
Still side by side, and Jack Attack will have the line here.
Not sure he's going to get moved.
Littlemon's going to have to just give it up to him.
Yeah.
There we go. He has done. Max Foster just takes quickest lap. Super Gas.
Yeah, those top three are pulling away. There's a little, and it's kind of Sugas holding up.
Super Gas just passed. I think he just went past him.
Yeah, that makes sense. You've got Gowney there looking to pounce as well. He's just slipped out the slipstream.
Should get him inside. Should get him here.
Porsche on Porsche. With another Porsche in front. Oh, there's looking a bit That looked close for contact. Could have just been the angle there, I'm not sure.
Those guys now having a bit of a battle have just slipped McNoser and Rico.
Ooh.
Just
Yeah. Special case managed to defend that one. Rico's gone off track there.
Rico went round the outs. A bit cheeky, off track, but I think he'll take the track warning if it comes from that. Yeah. And Special K and Gowney are
Lelmon behind.
Special K and Gowney probably just letting them tag along.
Lelmon's just lost a position to RMK, it looks like. And you got Shark right behind him.
And down in 14th.
Lelmon's gone down the inside. Great little battle with RMK here between two Porsches again.
And Jack Attack will be very happy at this because Little Mom was just buzzing about him and now he's having to defend, so he's getting to gap him a little bit there. Post right up on Stevel now. That's for 15th place. Stevel just closes the door on him.
That Viper behind him, he's going to be chomping at the bit to get past both of them, isn't he?
Yeah. I think they're close there, and Viper's going to take advantage here, isn't he?
I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get past.
If he can hold that line, he'll maybe force Stevel into an error there.
Yeah, he looks like he's got Stevel, I think. Must have made an error.
Yep, he's... Yep.
Tactically backed off just to let pass. Who knows?
You pick your battles sometimes, don't you? You pick your battles.
Especially when it's close at the race, you know, you lose a lot of time defending someone you're never going to finish in front of.
Max Foster still leading. Sainz half second behind him, and then Rebellion 3/10 behind, so they got a little breakaway there.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on that.
They don't seem to be trying to challenge each other. It's almost
There's
like
no real need. Everyone's too close, aren't they? So
there's like a consent that if they just keep going as they are, they're just adding a couple of tenths every lap over super gas in a breathing space.
yeah, I don't think any of them mind if they got to the pit stop and there was a battle for the winner after the pits, maybe. Should be good there, but looking forward to keep an eye on that. It's all going on here where I'm watching. Viper's managed to... Oh, he's just lost it. I don't know if he got a little tap there.
Back up to that, I was just seeing how we were at the bottom of the grid there.
Oh, it was all very tight heading into, like, I think is it the village complex there? I'm not sure what it's called exactly. Farm. But he got a little tap, I think. And so he's got to do all that work again, it seems, but his first race back, he's going to do a lot of heavy lifting to get a good result. Rebellion's in the quick slap of the race. Syme's challenging for the lead. It's all going on at turn one. Side by side, Max and Syme. Rebellion's got the quickest lap and he's tucked in right behind. Syme tucks in behind Max. We've got our first pit stop of the day. It's Lilmon.
Interested?
Yeah.
Is he in? Oh, he is in the pits. It's not showing us.
Oh, hang on. It said he was, and then he is in the pits.
He is in the pits.
It's not saying. It came up very briefly with P, and then it went again. And
let's have a quick check. It's like he overshot the pit, then reversed, then went forward, then reversed. So I'm not sure.
That doesn't sound good.
Is it an issue? I'll keep an eye, see if he comes out. Very early to be in, though.
It is quite early, but if you're in a little bit of a bad situation, it's not the end of the world to do it.
Shark gets himself up to 11th. Working away there.
Podrick race, isn't he?
Podrick just pushing him along a bit. And Littlemon's cleared his pit stop, so...
Yep. It's on the way out. He's got
And he's got to stop and go. Oh, God. He'll be fuming in there.
Yeah.
First stop go of the season. There should be some sort of penalty there for that.
First
shouldn't
pit
there?
stop as well.
Yeah, first pit stop, first stop and go. And he's experienced as well, so he should know better. He'll be mad with himself, won't he, with that?
Yeah. I've only done it ever once, and I was really annoyed. But it was to do with going from a car that you could put the limiter on in second to go into one that it has to be in first.
I think I've done that with it going from BMW to Aston.
Yeah.
Of just snatching second gear, thinking it's BMW, and then accelerating out the pits. Special case holding up Gowney, Lico, McNoser. I mean,
I've got it on the screen.
4 cars are covered by a second.
Yeah, it's actually like a train. You can't see gaps at certain angles. Lico's gone a bit wide there. Another cone goes for that. Neil B. Oh no, Dettori. I think Neil B. Dettori's in the pits.
Not sure the thinking there. It's quite. Maybe just wants out the traffic. Maybe just feels like he's getting held up.
It's interesting. The P stayed there, so I don't know if that's something to do with the fact that.
Is that going to maybe give an indicator as to who's getting the stop go?
Yeah,
I think P flashes up and drops off.
Maybe. Top 3, just half a second gaps between Supergas now in a little
what's
place
happened?
on his own, isn't he? Is he catching the or if the other 3 drop back?
What's that one? Sorry.
Supergas now in his little place of his own between the top 3 and the next ones. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear, we've got another stop and go. That's 2 out of 2.
Oh God.
Well, if everyone gets one, then it's the same.
I don't know what's happened to Gowney. He's still showing as 6th for me at the moment, but it looks like he's 8th and off the back of McNoser now. So I'm assuming he's had a moment.
He's in front of Jack Attack. He said the Porsche was difficult. Wonder if he's just lost it. Oh, Jack Attack's making a mistake. Hard trip post just slipped through there. We saw that one. Steve up to there. He's in this little.
He's just got this sort of little rammy of Jack Attack RMK Shark, hasn't he? So
yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on these pit stops. If why everyone's getting stop and goes. 100% ratio at the moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Lemon's going to come into traffic, is he? No, he's actually alright. He's come out in front of Gowney. But he's a long way back. He's lapped at the moment until the leader's pit.
The real battle was this 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at the moment, isn't it? McNoser's putting pressure on Lico, but that's been quite consistent pressure now for 6 laps. And the guys first, second, third just seem quite content to just keep on lapping, like you say. It must, back of the mind, good pit stop, come out, then challenge.
Yeah. It's got the way to do it. First race as well, any place in the top 3 is going to be a good result. So, there's no need to go all out for the win in the first race of the season. Although it would be nice to get it. It might just come to you if you let it.
Yeah, Stevel, Sharks went deep. Stevel's got him. Just outbraked himself a couple of times. He's done that a couple of times now. Gibb had spotted that in the chat as well. He just a little bit deep in the Audi a couple of times. Stevel's just, I would imagine right now, boasting of the free real estate. And Shugger's in the pits. Let's see if Shugs.
Yeah, should make some ground if he doesn't get a stop and go.
Yes.
Dettori's in for a stop and go as well. Shugs off.
So I could hear from Shug had the
He's
limiter
okay.
on okay, so
Yeah. So it's just a mistake by the first two. No sort of bug going on.
that's good. There's a little bit of you nervous when you see that there's more to that than first couple of guys
Sometimes
making mistakes.
the uh, how long as Leon hasn't come in and just wiped out the pit limiter board, maybe. I don't know.
Good do.
Who
RMK was
knows?
putting a bit pressure on Jack Attack there, but he's made a
Let's have a
mistake
look at
and
him.
just sort of dropped back a few now, so he's now got
Yeah.
Shark pressuring him. We're just
Fox
in,
is having a good race, isn't he? Because he's improved quite a lot in his practice, I think.
yes, yeah. Symes got a bit of a run
Yeah,
here on
0.1.
Max Foster. He took a different line through the corner. He went really wide and cut back
Yeah.
across it. I don't know whether Max tried to defend and went a bit shallower and it made it look like Syme was wide, but certainly looked like he was trying something different there. Frustrating, just stuck behind that Aston. I'd done a few laps in the Aston and I didn't think I could qualify it well, but it felt like it would be a good race car.
Yeah.
I
So we've
felt
got
like
Viper catching up with RMK now. Just having a look at that. Carry on. Sorry.
no, I was just going to say it felt like the Aston maybe wouldn't qualify that great, but would probably reward you.
When I drove it, sometimes felt like quite light. It didn't feel like you were really. The tyres were like gripping. Sometimes it just felt like you say a better race car like than quali. Viper's sliding around. He's gone at the inside. Great move. Almost lost the back end there as he came out the slipstream.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. And yeah, just in the chat, a question about where is the McLaren, but yeah, we've opted to exclude the McLaren from this for this season just because it is so much quicker. I think if you let me or you out in a McLaren there, we'd be up the top half quite comfortably, which
There'd be a
wouldn't
lot
be.
of people moaning, why are they allowed in the McLaren?
Yeah, I was just saying we'd be up there. For me, it would be ability. It would be all in the car.
Seems to have straight line speed just way more as well.
It doesn't feel quicker. Genuinely, I don't think it feels that quick. Which is probably why it is quick. It doesn't feel like there's any drama, and then you cross the line and you're like, oh god, that was a decent time, and like I made some mistakes.
Fine,
Let's keep an eye on Stevel. He's just cleared that sort of.
Fox has just got past Jack Attack as well, I think.
He sort of cleared that bunch. Let's see what he can do now. He's not fighting through traffic. Viper's been in the races.
Yeah, he's now approaching the back of Jack Attack, I think, for the second time. And Fox's got a Shark in the pits.
See how Shark does there. Been watching a bit of FN Crazy. All very composed. His first race with us, I think. I don't know what experience he's got overall sim racing, but
No, I think he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's just got to have more seat time in the GT4. But good move there from Viper. Made another spot there on Jack Attack. Next up on his hit list is Fox's.
oh, I think Shark's has he just pulled over off track?
Yes, he has.
I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know
He's having a very good race, so I don't know what's going on. That's a real shame. He's letting everyone past or something? Or what's he doing?
Doesn't look like he stopped, but I wonder if he's trying to fix a tech issue there.
It's a real shame for him because he was. I didn't see where he was before he came in the pits exactly, but he was having a good race, I think.
Oh, he's actually just sent me a message saying the brakes are gone.
The brakes are gone on his rig.
I'm assuming.
That's not good.
I'll just message him and just see if we get an update from him there.
Tell him to leave his car in the pits if he can't race, because then he'll get a few points at least.
That's good advice.
Well, that's a shame. There's a few people having a few problems with the pit stops and all sorts of things.
Shark's got it going again.
Where is he now then? He's 31 seconds off to Tory. Jack Attacks comes out the pits. Head of car 69, which is Graham. Not quite sure. Graham's not pitted. I don't know where he started the race, or I don't even know what.
Clues there.
Is he? Oh, the gold. Is he the gold team?
Is he Goldfinger? Let's.
Goldfinger's teammate. Maybe. But Goldfinger's not made it, has he, in his gold team?
No.
Anyway, I'm losing concentration here. Should get back on the race.
Going by his number, Pop Ace.
Yeah, that is Goldfinger's teammate.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't know his gamer tag was Graham. So now we do. He seemed to like start a lap back or something. He started a long way back, didn't he? Didn't do quali.
It flashed up as if he hit the pits at the start, so I don't know if he started from the pits.
Right.
And then
yeah, he probably did.
He was immediately 20 seconds behind everyone by the time we'd done half a lap.
Rebellion is past Sime. I missed the move. I don't know if you can have a look at it on the replay, but just saw the end of it. It's a bit of flashing from Sime there, so not sure what that's all about.
I'll have a look, see what we got.
But these two, not careful, they could just get detached from Max here if they're too. Simon's kind of really try and get this place back. It might be worth just dipping into the pits now. Pretty much halfway mark. Another minute 14 to go. It's flown past. A few cars in the pits. Neil just coming out. He's going to come out there behind 87, which is 80. And we've got Toad Mac coming out. He's going to come out. He's going to have a bit of pressure here from Porsche. Gets out ahead of it. You there, mate? I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was just.
That's all right.
I was looking at the replay, just trying to see how Rebellion got past and how that resulted in light flashing, but I'm not sure. I'm just watching the pressure in him all the way there, and then
Max Foster's in the pits. Rebellion and Sime stayed out, so the leader pitted. These two were 2 seconds back because of their battle for second position. So we've got Special K's is also in the pits.
So
Viper. Foxes there, okay. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah,
so what happened
there? Door just left open, Rebellion just put it in there. There was a little bit side to side that I think.
Bit of a G tool rather than
Yeah,
Enough.
you would feel.
Oh, they're now side by side again, and Simon is going to get up the inside here, I think. And they're just... Max will be loving this battle because he's just pitted and they're losing time here.
So I
But
think what we seen there was Syme just giving him a bit back.
yeah.
That's exactly that's exactly how the other pass played out.
But it's not going to be conducive to
No,
either
no,
of them
no,
probably
no.
winning the race here. So
I think those
anyway,
have got a run on Lico.
hello, we've got to stop and go. Unfortunately, Viper, who's had some great moves to come back up the grid, that might just be the final punch because that's a big one to come back from. You have to stay out there and do the best he can, but it's going to limit his scoring options. He's going to be
Yeah.
way back again.
We must have somebody's.
But
Do we have a case of that pit limiter board missing? Well,
I'm
if
not
it's
sure.
not unusual to see stop
Shark
goals.
might be able to tell us about that. I don't know if he's... I know he's back racing again now.
He's back racing, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to find out afterwards then. But that's... As much as that is an excuse, it isn't, because you really should do a practice pit stop before a race and know where the board is, even if it's not there in a race.
Yeah. When you're racing though, you do sometimes get sort of blinded to these things, don't you? And just you're desperate to make every second up you can. And I kind of put it in the Discord that first race of the season, you're maybe better losing 2 seconds on a pit entry than a stop go, than a minute on a stop go.
Definitely. So we've got 4 more drivers in the pits here. Supergas, Lico, Gowney, Stevel's in as well. Hopefully none of those guys suffer from the same fate. So it seems Simon Rebellion are going to carry on here. I suppose they've missed the moment really. With Max already in. I'm going to have warm tyres now. It might be worth just offsetting the strategy a bit, but I think Max is in a massive favourite position now, as long as he doesn't do anything silly, and he's got through his pit stop. So,
yep.
Well, saying that, he's is he? He is in the lead. Sorry, the scoreboard was, or the leaderboard was saying he was behind a few people, but it just hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah, I think the winner maybe behind that sort of front three definitely been Supergas.
Yeah.
He was in, up, wheels changed, down and out, noticeably quicker than everyone else.
So he's 11 seconds behind Max. Was he 11 seconds before? I don't think he was. I think he was less than that. So Max has nailed his pit stop as well, maybe.
I think it's Supergas now 6 ahead of seconds ahead of Special K.
Yeah, I mean he might have gained on the ones behind. I was looking more towards the front.
Yeah, I've now sort of portioned the race out in terms of the front three, and then fourth to about 11th that are all probably this point.
Rebellion is in the pits, so is McNoza, so is Graham.
So it'll be interesting to see where Rebellion comes out, and if that forces Syme to make a move. It's also really interesting to see where McNoza comes out, because it felt like he was really getting blocked by Lico a lot of the time.
Rebellion's moving. Max is coming down. Max is going to retain the lead. I wasn't quite sure if Rebellion was a bit further down the pit lane there, but it makes sense that Max is comfortably in the lead. Noza heads out.
Let's try to see if he's going to come out before. It's going to be close, I think.
Or Gowney.
With Gowney and Lico, yeah. I wonder if he's going to jump them here.
Looks like it. He's going to have cold tyres there.
So that's been a great pit stop for him because it's been a bit of a
Yeah, he's
battle
got to
for
hold
them.
that though. It can be difficult, can't it? When you come out and you got someone right behind you who's warmed up their tyres already.
Yeah, oh, and he's right under pressure as well. Just it looked like he would have a bit pace, catch up with those guys, and then
Graham there in a
do nothing.
slightly
He's having to
dangerous
defend
position.
here. He's having to defend. Oh, good stuff from McNoser there. Porsche all over him. He's on cold tyre. He's just having to defend every corner now.
Yeah, Graham did well there as well. He just got out of the way there, heading into a tight little complex. Good driving from him.
Good spot from you. I wonder, just going back a bit, I wonder what's the Tory, I wonder what's up with him, just with him and Viper. Well, we've seen Viper's woes, but
yeah, it's going to be tricky. Viper's now, I don't know if he's going to have anyone to battle with. I don't know, he's catching Le Mans, so he's also had the
yeah, come back through. Toby Mack, 17th, another new guy. Driving well, I would think. Seems to have a little spot attract himself now, just putting the laps in.
Just putting the fast lap of the race there. So is Simon going to get out in front of Rebellion? I think he is. Oh, is it going to be tight there? It's going to be side by side.
This is going to be super close.
Rebellion's got his tyres already up to temperature as well. Or a lap ahead at least.
I think that's going to do work for Rebellion because you're on the out. But
look at the gap though, 7.1 to Max now. When they were all together, weren't they? And then they had that little battle. Max pitted, and that's kind of race over. And it's in Max's hands, isn't it? 6.8.
Special K's taking a second out of Super Gas. McNoser's taking a second out of Special K there, and then Gowney and Rico are just getting dragged along by McNoser. So still a lot to play for the guys at the front as we go through the rest.
Must be loving it. He's in a little world of his own. He's 5 seconds behind Simon, 6 seconds ahead of Special K. Be quite happy with that on his bring him a 4th place.
Former teammate of mine.
Nadges is the team name.
Yes.
Any confusion there?
Yeah, rather you just random profanities. Random countryside profanities. And the rest of the field's really spaced out. This is where the race is right now, is 6, 7, 8, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, hello, we got drive through the track limits, unfortunately, for FN Crazy.
Oh. Frustrating, because he was...
he's kind of gone off the track there. I don't know why he stopped. What's going on?
It just looks like he just went off and just decided to be really safe on the re-entry there.
Fair enough. So we got Neil in 15th place, doing a good job. Keeping his nose clean. He might have a little battle with Shug at some point.
Yeah. Neil's puts the time in the seat, doesn't he? He puts the effort in, and he's getting rewarded now. And I'm sure he would like to.
He's running a reserve driver, so don't know if he'll be here all this season, but he knows about GT4s, doesn't he? Have a little flash there. He must be listening to the comments.
He must be listening in. Yeah.
Hopefully we don't distract him. So we've got Simon point. Hello, it's all a bit side by side here. Simon's found some time, and they're going into the same complex that they've had a few little battles in, side by side.
Oh,
Rebellion has the inside there.
And on the court, looks like have we lost him?
He was having internet issues or disconnection issues.
No,
So
he's put
quite
in the chat,
likely.
he's solved the problem, but the race is... I will not repeat it.
Well, it is what it is. Next week, mate.
Frustrating, but like you say, it is what it is when that happens.
You may end up with a couple of points still, potentially. Goes down to 25th. It looks like we've got 25 at the minute, so it's unlikely, but you never know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going through the field at the back, working my way up. Stardog Barkler, 23rd.
Oh, we've got Graham in 24th.
We've got Graham in 24th. And I think we got Stardog Barkler just getting caught with Stevel, and Foxes is just really caught up on the back of Stevel as well. So
So I
eager in
imagine
his
there'll be some
first race,
traffic issues.
just not to get too involved with all this. Doing well though. I think expectation for the first race should be to finish with a car in one piece, and he's doing that.
So yeah, it looks like Max is just pulling away now, and so it looks like we're gonna have this battle for second, I'd imagine, all the way to the end, I reckon, as long as there's not some contact. I bet Supergas is there going, go on, get as close as you want.
Yeah. That's now his podium place, isn't it? That Simon Rebellion getting into a battle, or Simon Rebellion having a bit contact and letting him just close the gap.
Noza, Gowney, Lico, they've been stuck together all race, haven't they? No, not in that order, but
not in that order, but they're
very close.
Every couple of laps, if you go back, it's the same three guys just sort of shuffled in order.
We're going to have a watch of Shug because he's approaching Neil. So they're going to do battle for 15th place.
I did notice Shug's pitted and repaired bodywork on his car.
Looks very clean.
So I'm going to think some of the earlier woes were probably related to damage. He'd probably done well just to hang it in there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Little Mon's right on Toby Mack, and he's sold him a dummy, then went down the inside there. Lovely move. And he's got it all done before they got to the hangar straight there.
Yeah, I think Viper's going to be catching all of these guys slowly as well, so Viper's still got some more action in this race, I think. Or he's going to at least have two battles for the end, I think. So
Simon's just getting away
Simon's
from Rebellion.
Simon's, we missed that move, haven't we? There's 1.7 ahead as well.
Yeah.
But we couldn't watch it the whole race, so if you want to, you could have a look at that. If you want to on replayers, don't have to.
I will do. We'll see what happens. It's a big gap to just suddenly put in.
I'd imagine they might have had a little bit side to side, maybe. Oh, Shug's... Neil's been very nice there to Shug. Not held him up, really, so... can Shug go any further? He can, can't he? 6 seconds now to 80, so... Ooh, we got a track limits 69. It's Graham. Okay, I thought it was... I got a bit worried there because I thought it was someone higher up, but he's...
Yeah, I'm just whizzing through. Let's see if I can see the replay where...
Oh, we got Gowney 0.08 there behind him at Noza. A bit farther now, but... Checo's dropped off the back of these as well a little bit, so I'm not sure what happened there. And they seem to be catching Special K. Rebellion's now slipping a bit further back.
So Simon just took advantage of a Rebellion mistake, just
Fair enough.
a little bit deep.
Well, I'd imagine that might
Back
settle down
end.
now, and that
Back
might be
end
our top
lights up.
3.
Across the grass, and then Simon's past them.
Well, if you can make a mistake and still get a podium, then it's not the end of the world, is it? So, I'm sure Rebellion will be a bit annoyed, but probably bring that home now in 3rd. I'm sure he'll try and close that gap. But we've only got 9 minutes remaining. That's flown past this race.
Absolutely has, yeah.
Gowney's still trying to get past McNose.
Yeah.
He's trying to catch Special K. We got Mad 80. We haven't seen much of him. We'll have a little look. He seems to be looking at trying to get past Foxes. But all of these guys are going to be getting points as they go down to 25th, and at the moment we've got only 24 people in the running order, so...
Yeah, so just hang in there now for 8 minutes regardless. Points on the board. I think... Is there many battles out there now?
Gowney has got... We've just missed it, unfortunately, but Gowney's got past McNose. Unfortunately, we're just missing a few little important moves at the moment when we're looking around, but...
It's odds law, isn't it? I mean, they've been less than half a second for 43 minutes now. And then the minute you look away... Well, I'm just watching it now. Yeah, I don't think it was near contact. It was just deep, wasn't it? And Gowney would have
he was trying to get around the outside, but too deep. 7-4-1 stopped. That's we got a little spin, I think, from Stardog. And FN Crazy has got past him, so there's 2 newbies there having could have a little battle there before the end of the race.
Is it Stardog that's on controller?
I think it might be.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm not running the onboards at the moment, so I can't really... You can tell instantly from when you're inside the car.
And then we've got
Nose
Shark.
is right there, though. He's not giving up on this, so he'll start another lap. He's right behind Gowney.
It's a great race from them. Gowney will obviously want to keep his 6th place, but I think if you told him at the start of the race this is how it would play out, he'd probably have bitten your hand off to be top 8.
I'm just watching Foxes and Jack Attack, who are side by side coming out of the last corner. The Foxes had a little wobble. Still side by side. Not quite sure he's going to get the first corner here. Fox has got the inside, but it's slightly further back. I think he's going to have to slip in behind the BMW.
Yeah, just tuck in there.
Yeah, he just lost. He got a little wobble on the exit, so obviously lost quite a bit of momentum out of the corner.
It's watching it now and having driven the BMW here, the Porsche will probably be able to make a go on the exit onto the hangar straight if he tees him up.
Yeah.
The BMW was struggling to drive out of that.
I'm not going to ask you for driver of the day because we're going to do a poll afterwards, but maybe just whatever you feel like, 2, 3, 4, 5 contenders. Have a little think maybe, and we will chat about it as the race ends.
Yeah, of course. I'll have a think about that. I'm just watching Fox and Jack Attack, and Addy's just catching them up now just as they trade places.
Just a note, Max is only 5.7 or 5.8 now ahead of Sign, when it was well above 8 seconds. So Max might have had a little trip in the grass or something, a little moment.
Nose are still pressuring Gowney. I think with the speed the Porsche's got, he's just going to need a little mistake. Probably Gowney could probably defend this for 3 more laps. And then real little battle between Jack Attack, Foxes and Addy. They're now in a little train battling for 12th place.
Shug is now behind Neil again, so I don't know what's happened to him, but he's 8 seconds behind Neil. We watched him overtake him a few laps ago.
Yes, is he going to be regretting this car choice? Are they? And they're locked in now, aren't they? This is.
They are, yeah.
This is it for them.
We haven't discussed a penalty if anyone was insistent on changing, but there usually is one, so it's not going to be good for your points. So
if you want to change the car, you should be doing the next race in the Maserati. Then you're back to free choice. That'll dissuade anyone from, apart from Lukey, of even thinking about that.
Just watching Foxes and AD and Jack Attack. It's all getting quite close here. Jack Attack's gone wide, and Fox is going to steal another spot there, I think. Yeah, BMW's on the grass.
Oh.
Solid race from Foxes. Seems to have settled in quite nicely on the Discord. With the humour.
Yeah. I would say a compliment to all the new guys I've come across on the Discord. They seem to all just sort of get it on and off the track from what I've seen here. Of what being
I think
part
there's a few we haven't really
SWSR
seen much of yet, but you know, they're welcome to join in, obviously, and it's nice to hear from everyone in the chat. You know, and any questions they have to ask about the game or GT4, then you know, ask away on the Discord, because there's always someone going to be there to give you some good advice.
Absolutely, yes. And part of deciding to run teams this year was probably also to give people somebody to bounce ideas, tips off of.
I think when we had those bigger teams, which was 2 leagues with four drivers in a team, it was even, you know, a 2-driver team could do the same thing, but you see like someone have a bad race, and you know, I had access to all of the different chats because I made it so as the admin on the Discord, so I could see a lot of the stuff, and you know, someone had a bad race or was, you know, annoyed, they could just vent a little bit in there and just get picked up, and it just helps to keep people motivation, doesn't it, and not get down if you had a bad race.
I would promote that to everyone, to do that with their teammate or people on the Discord. I took maximum advantage of all that stuff when I got into this. You just had to, didn't you? It's
good fun, wasn't it? Especially when you had 4 drivers in
a
team.
Yeah. I'd had some good teams.
Gowney got ahead of
just went
Special
past
K.
Special K. I
don't know what happened there. We've missed another big move, but Special K was quite a bit ahead of them. He was like 2+ seconds ahead of McNoza, and now they're both behind Gowney, or no? Is that right?
He's came in. So Gowney's went past.
McNoza was pressurising Gowney, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's slotted in between Gowney and McNoza, and that's Max on his final lap.
Starting the final lap. I haven't seen a lot of him in his Alpine-coloured Aston Martin.
Yes,
but
good race from him. Very good race from
him.
And
he nailed the pit stop tonight, unlike the pre-season race.
Yes, yeah.
But that's what the pre-season race is there for, to do the mistake, to then not do it again.
And he fully took advantage of the the ding
It
dong
was
between
interesting, wasn't it?
Simon
It was just
Rebellion
it
as
was a
well,
free
didn't he?
it was a free man race for the win, and all of a sudden it was just he was just gone. There was no catching him. But Simon Rebellion will be happy with their point haul, I'd imagine. Max has got the fastest lap. I wonder if any of these boys.
Yeah, they're spaced out enough to go for it.
Yeah.
They're spaced out to go for it, so...
You just don't want to go for it too hard that you make a mistake and end up facing the wrong way.
Yes, yeah.
But they're all good races there. Know how to get a quick lap without over pushing the car.
And nice to also see top three different cars. I know it's the top 10's Porsche dominated, but good to see 3 different cars out there.
Definitely.
Nice
It's
to
definitely
see
interesting without the McLaren. You know, it's going to change track to track which suits what.
Yeah, if we had the McLaren out there, we would have had 20 McLarens.
Leader has finished the race.
Yeah, there's
Seville and a Ginetta.
23
fantastic
laps. Syme comes in second.
Win.
Very impressive.
Great race
And,
from Syme.
Rebellion in third. Completes the podium. Max kept
Here comes,
the fastest lap.
Here comes Supergas.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. He's just been in lovely, comfortable 4th place. No pressure from behind, apart from the first few laps. And found himself in a really nice spot. That's what you want the first race, really, just to settle into the season.
Absolutely. I think that'll apply to Gowney as well. It's a great 5th place.
Yeah, he had a bit more work to do, didn't he? A bit more cars around him, but came through it.
Especially
he'll be annoyed because
he'll be annoyed.
Gap.
Yeah, he's dropped that somewhere. But in hindsight, points on the board. McNoser 7th, Lico 8th. Race. He's had a good race. He was battled the whole way. That's Project Post just over for 9th, so
Yeah,
that probably
very
puts the team in a great place. Stevel 10th, top 10. Sure, he'll be delighted with that as well. You always think you could do better, but I think he was up against it in that car. RMK, I think he's Supergas teammate, isn't he?
Yeah, and they've done well, haven't they?
So they've done well as well. That's
4th
a
and
great
11th.
finish for him. Foxes, that's a Rensport Porsche,
Yeah,
I think. Good finish.
it is.
Addy, good stuff. Jack Attack, that's a great finish. I don't think I've ever seen Jack race before, but
No, that's all right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the only one in the BMW.
yeah. Neil B 15th, solid.
Yeah,
Doug,
and he's
16th.
a teammate of Syme, so that's a good team result.
Oh yeah, good
even though he's only
points as well.
reserving.
Yep. Alright. Shug 16th, Littlemon 17th. I think Shug and Littlemon will be a little disappointed with that. Viper back
Him too,
after
yeah.
taking a bit of a break, but
Yeah, he's had a lot of work to do today. He'd be hoping to not have to do so much and maybe start from pole position in the next race.
and Toby Mack 19th. Dettori 20th. I'll be interested to see in the Discord later what happened there. The car doesn't look damaged or that, but it's not his normal pace. And then when do we get Shark 21st, FN Crazy 22nd, I think he'll be happy with that. Stardog Barker 23rd, Graham 24th, and then more the coat and yeah, he's a DC, didn't he? Had issues.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And then I suppose it's worth pointing out next week is Watkins Glen.
It is, yeah. We haven't done a proper GT4 race there, so it's.
So that needs to be a reminder for people as well that they need the content.
Yeah, they'll need the DLC for that one.
Yeah,
Which I think most people got, but yeah, if you haven't got it, if you're going to want to race, you're going to have to get it.
and
It's a great
that'll
track.
be yeah, it's a great track, and it'll be good to do comms on that. Just
Yeah.
it's a bit of unknown, isn't it? So
Yeah,
for,
we haven't done
for
it.
everyone,
New camera angles and all sorts of things. You don't know.
new cameras
Haven't done a
angle, new
stream there.
drivers, new track. So yeah,
I think we've got a few American drivers as well. So just to finish on, who's your little mentions for driver of the day vote, which we'll be putting on Discord probably tomorrow.
Mentions, Max done great. I think you have to also mention that for a winning and the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Syme, great race from Syme. Great race from Supergas and Gowney, I think as well. And yeah, really impressed with RMK,
Yeah,
Foxes,
I was about to
Addy
say
and
that.
Jack Attacks. You know, that's
Yeah, no, I think there's some definite contenders there in the top kind of
yeah. And
in the
then
top
obviously
15, really.
a,
Yeah,
a shout out to all the new guys that turned up, done their best,
yeah. I think
respectfully.
FN Crazy and Stardog and Graham, they
Yeah,
all have
yeah, yeah.
learned quite a lot from getting out there and doing an hour or 50-minute race. Toby Mack as well. I think last time we saw Toby, or he was struggling to do a pit stop without getting a penalty.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So that that
yeah,
is a
I think he'll be delighted with that one. 19th. I think that's 6 or 7 points, so that's brilliant.
yeah, yeah. And you want to come in straight away and be competitive, but there's a reality there of baby steps, find your feet, try and build.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely, he'll be delighted
It's getting the
with that.
rhythm of these leagues as well. It takes a long time to just get
Yeah.
settled in them rather than racing
And
in public lobbies and things.
Neil B as well, like
Yeah.
15th, I think.
No, it's a nice clean race from Neil, wasn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Almost like
I think.
feels like you should maybe go full time there rather than the part time drive. But I know he's got stuff going on, restricts his availability
Yeah.
there. So yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, really enjoyed that race, and we'll see you next week for another round, round 2 at Watkins Glen. Thanks for your co-commentary, JDB.
yep. Thanks a lot, and see you next week and everyone else. Okay,
Brilliant.
cheers.
See you again.
Bye.